And yes, we are in a deficit in trust. We are in a deficit in leadership. There is leadership is service, and unfortunately, some people haven't had good examples. I know I was under bad leadership at times, and there were things that I even took that I had to unlearn from the leadership I was, to then, in a sense, restore that trust and restore the trust, especially in me. Because when I compromised my own integrity, my own morality, my own values, I started getting in conflict on who I was as a person and as a leader. And I had to rectify that. And leaders need the opportunity to be able to do that, to be able to take that break, to be able to rectify. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
That's what we do
yeah.
with coaches and consultants.
You know what surprises me is it's something that you said, which hits home for me, is and I can't believe we're talking about it, is that word integrity, for instance, honor.
Yeah.
In all this, so, like somebody's reading a classic novel, right? You think about these words, you think there should be part and parcel of any leader character
Yes.
today.
Yeah, it
But
was.
meanwhile, we talk about them as like something existed in some history book at some point, and yeah, we're over that now. And so, are you seeing a shift back to integrity, honors, or is that something now has been replaced by increased profitability, efficiency, and the stock price goes up? That's it.
If it's like a conscious reflection on going back, but definitely, am I seeing a shift yet? No, but I think conversations like ours are a shift. I think acknowledgement and starting to look at it like, wait a second, actually the barometer, there's an Edelman barometer on trust that is given the indicators. And I think at the end of the day, when we're talking about burnout, when we're talking about disengagement, when we're talking about all of these things, there really are is symptoms of lack of
Yeah,
trust.
yeah,
So when you're talking about the income not coming in or losing profits, well, that's going to be very tied also to the trust factor when you don't have racing fans inside the company because you're not, your do isn't matching your say, the way that we're doing things. So those raving fans aren't coming from inside. Well, those raving fans are not going to come from the outside. It's the sustainability question comes in. When there is no trust, the sustainability becomes very hard, because we just can't do it all the time. When there's no trust, there's no relationship. Business is a matter of relationship, if you don't have trust, well, you don't have a relationship. You just don't. You gotta
yeah.
have trust in there. So is there a shift? I hope so. I mean, I'm talking to more and more people about it. So I think at least, I think everything starts with awareness, right? You just don't know what you don't know. And maybe you think that maybe I need to deal with the engagement problem. Maybe I needed to deal with the fact that I'm losing talent problem. I need to deal with employee retention. Well, that's a symptom of trust.
That's
Can
right.
you
That's right.
trust on the parts? I think now that we're digging deeper, because we've thrown a lot of resources, we've thrown a lot of tools. I mean, we have all kinds of technology tools, even that will keep the trust factor into place, because we can now micromanage better. Well, maybe not. So it is definitely a conversation that's happening. I believe that voices like yours, voices like other people that are coming out and making space to talk about this,
Hmm.
we can definitely cause that shift. I mean, that's really what we're looking at, and we
Hmm.
need to. We
Yeah.
need to be able to evolve.